Okay, so the breath is the manifestation of the mind. The mind is the manifestation of awareness. Everything is a pyramid scheme. This is why the pyramid, the shape of the pyramid, is a sacred shape, because all of creation is shaped in a pyramid-like hierarchy, if you will. So you have awareness at the top of the pyramid, which constitutes the whole pyramid. Okay? So as above, so below. So the highest level is awareness, pure awareness. Okay? Pure consciousness, pure existence. And it's the whole pyramid. And then it keeps manifesting down a level, down a level, down a level. So the level down from awareness is mind. It's mind, and that's the creation. So creation, we're in the mind of God. We're in the dream state, if you will, okay, which is the mind of God. So it's all happening in the mind of God. So down below, manifested from awareness, from pure awareness, is mind. And then the mind manifests everything else. So you keep going down the pyramid scheme, and then down from the mind is the breath. Okay, that's the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit. So down from there is the breath. And it keeps manifesting, manifesting, manifesting. It gets denser and denser and denser and denser. And we have, the appearance of physical things here in this realm. And this realm is pretty dense, okay? And on it goes. So, to get into the place of pure awareness, you go up the pyramid and you say, okay, I want to transcend it. I want to become self-aware. I want to become pure awareness. So, you do pranayama, which is control of breath. And you slow down your breath, you slow down your breath, and slow down your breath. So that way, everything underneath that manifests because of the breath also slows down and also gets harmonious. So that's why if you slow down your breath, your entire body becomes harmonious, because the body is more dense, it's physical, it's down along the pyramid scheme, if you will. It's down along, right? So you get the breath is the manifestation of the mind. Mind creates matter. So breath is a step down from the mind, and then the body, the physical body, is the manifestation of the breath, which is the manifestation of the mind, which is the manifestation of awareness, pure awareness. Okay? So if you slow down your breath, everything slows down in your body and everything becomes harmonious. Okay, everything becomes harmonious. So you see, it's very important that even if you want to manifest things in this dense physical realm, slow down your breath. Just slow down your breath and watch things happen your way. Money come your way, friends come your way. You don't even try anything. What happened? You simply harmonized the denser forms of reality, the denser manifestations of the breath, by harmonizing the breath. So you could go even a step further. And if you want to even skip pranayama, but it's not a good idea to skip it, it's good to do pranayama. But if you want to go even a step further, is you calm down your mind. Hence why mantras are so powerful. Because mantras can slow down your breath without you trying to even slow down your breath. How? Because the mantra calms down the mind. Remember, the breath is the manifestation of the mind. The mind is subtler than the breath. So by doing a mantra, any mantra, you pick any mantra, anything, it doesn't matter. Thank you. You just walk around saying thank you all day. Thank you, 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 thank you. Oh, my shoelaces are loose. You reach down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just tie it like, it's nothing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that tree looks nice. Thank you, 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 thank you. Oh, did I forget the oven on? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe I did. Thank you, 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 thank you. Why is he looking at me like this? Thank you, thank you. And you just keep doing that, right? What happens is after doing that for some time, any mantra, you can pick the Hindu mantras, the Buddhist mantras, your own mantra, English, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? You focus your mind on it, and you watch your thoughts, and then they will begin to calm down. And then your mind becomes single-pointed. It becomes focused on one thing. And if your mind is focused on one thing, because the mind creates matter, mind manifests breath, breath manifests the rest of it. So then mind manifests all, okay? And then awareness manifests everything, manifests mind. So then what happens is your breath will slow down without you having to actually focus on slowing it down. Your breath will slow down and everything else will slow down. And then again, same thing. Miracles begin to happen, things begin to magically appear into your life, and everything, synchronicities, and everything is perfect, etc., etc. You get in that universal synchronistic, perfect universal vibration. Okay, and see, like right now is a beautiful butterfly. It's distracting. It's distracting. That's all I gotta say. Okay, because I did a Tratika today. Tratika, I did a meditation. I stared at my hand for an hour. So now, I it seems that my level of focus as a result of calming. Because what I did today is I looked at my hands for an hour and I just focused on slowing down my breath. That's it. Those were the two things: slowing down my breath, pranayama, control of breath, and focusing the mind on one thing. So today, as a result of doing that, I find that my level of focus is greatly enhanced. That I could look at something, because I looked at my hand for an hour, that I could look at something and I keep looking at it. So I feel like I'm being sucked into some kind of a rabbit hole today with all these things. So anyway, that was a tangent. But what I was saying is, use the power of mantras. Pick any mantra and do it, because it is a step above pranayama. But do both. Why not do both? You know, you could do both. You could focus on your breath first, slow it down, and then go into mantras. Whichever you do first, or you could do mantras first and then do control of breath. But just remember the hierarchy. So it's always very important to just still your mind on one thing, either an object or a mantra or something. So like, for example, staring at an object, something like I mentioned I did today. Actually, it's quite relevant to what we're talking about. So say I'm looking at this tree and I'm going to look at it for an hour, right? Now, obviously my thoughts are going to go on, right? And everything else. And if I just keep staring, at some point the mind will naturally calm down and the breath will naturally calm down, because the mind is more focused on one thing. But if I want to quicken the process, as I learned today, I start with looking and I'll do pranayama. So keep looking though, not even close my eyes. And I'll slow down my breath, keep slowing it down. And that makes the mind's focus on the object that much more enhanced. Okay, because again, the breath is the manifestation of the mind. But if I slow down the breath, the mind can quickly focus on one thing and only one thing. But even if I just look long enough without focusing on my breath, my breath and everything else will slow down inevitably. But why not combine both? You see, you could combine both. And once you slow down your breath enough, then your mind is focused on the object, and pretty soon you'll see you don't have to keep focusing on your breath. Your mind is now still on this object and you're just focusing on it. Your thoughts are of course still going, and if you feel like they've sort of stirred up again, you slow down your breath. But that's the power of these things. They harmonize you. Breath control, pranayama, or mantras, right? Or tratika, which is the practice of staring at something for a prolonged period of time. So that's these are some ways as to how to take control of your mind, and sort of, because your mind creates matter. Mind creates matter, and if you're not a being that is in charge of what is happening in the mind, you're at the whims of creation. You're at the whims of nature. You have no conscious saying in anything. You have no conscious saying. You're going by the whims. Oh, today's a cloudy day, I don't feel so good. Today's a sunny day, I feel really good. You can't even focus. Your thoughts are distracting you all the time. And you can't focus. You just can't focus. The world we live in has this is the heaviest distractions any human society has ever experienced. I mean, I don't think any human society has ever experienced that amount of distractions in their life. So it becomes even more critical for the modern human that is longing and is looking and is searching and finding liberation, freedom, joy, fulfillment, peace, self-realization. It becomes that much more important to calm down the mind, to meditate, to still yourself, still oneself. And there are so many different methods. Folks don't. I do different things every day. Like today I did the staring, but today I'm pretty much meditating all day. So today I'm gonna do walking meditation after this video for an hour. Just walking meditation. Just focus on the walking, and I'll explain to you how to do it in a separate video. And I have several different meditations in mind. I'm preparing for Vipassana, as I mentioned previously, and I'm doing all these different meditations right now. I'm playing around with different meditations. But the more I meditate, the more it becomes, first of all, obvious to me how chaotic my mind is, and how I have little saying in creating my reality because of the chaos of my mind. You see? Because if you have a bunch of thoughts running around, each one of them is weak. It doesn't hold up. But if you could focus your mind on one thing, then the thought takes on a more intense form, and it manifests smoother and quicker and faster because it's a stronger thought, because mind creates matter. Okay? So, but more important than anything is the feeling of fulfillment. That's the most important thing. That's what I experienced on my last LSD trip. Fulfillment. That's more important than manifesting and everything, because fulfillment, you don't even want to manifest. You don't give a shit anymore. And paradoxically, all kinds of things come to your lap, but you don't even care. It's a paradox. And that's the most important thing, is fulfillment. Fulfillment, folks, is nothing more important than fulfillment. But fulfillment can only happen when the mind's quieted down. Because if the mind's quieted down, happiness equals reality minus expectations. Expectations are just the thoughts and the mind's running around, expecting this, expecting that, clinging onto this, attaching to that. So without the expectations, without the clinging, without the monkey mind, happiness equals reality. Talked in a previous video about how the only truth is joy, all else is illusion. True, because that's the truth. Happiness, which is joy, equals reality. And reality, to get to that place, you just have to calm the mind down. So mantras are very powerful. Staring at something is very powerful. Any meditation that requires you to focus is very powerful. Okay? So, my sincere gratitude goes to all the Patreons for supporting this channel. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm looking into do retreats, and I'm in the process of seeing, how much it's gonna cost, and I want to make it accessible to as many of you as possible. So if we have more support on Patreon, if we have more support on PayPal, just one-time donations, but more specifically Patreon, in all truth, because that provides a stable source of income, then we could do these retreats. We could do them sooner, and it will be affordable. It will be affordable I want it to be as affordable to as many of you as possible. Okay? So if you'd like to join the Patreon family or make one-time donations on PayPal, there are links down below in the description. I love every single one of you guys, and until next time, may the force be with you.